welcome back to the channel again. Today I'm going to be making this book tote bag, and the first thing I do is to draft my pattern as usual, but I'm not going to be making the pattern on this channel. I'm just going to write it out like this. This is my body, the facing, the base, the handle, and then the design. So these are all the measurements, and all measurements are in centimeter. And let's go right into it. You can choose a brocade fabric. I actually choose a left dress that I've worn before to make this. So I went ahead to cut the dress and then put a light facing on it, and this is my body, this is the base, and the rest of all over fabric. So the most easiest thing to do about this particular bag is for you to write all of your measurements on each piece, because if you're using the same fabric it can be so confusing, and that is how I was able to get my right. So the first thing I did is to take the design and fold it inside like this by half an inch or 0.3 centimeter, depends on which one you want to have. I'm so used to inches, I'm going to be using inches for the folding. Okay, so I fold it inside like that and then place it on each other. Make sure that you're placing it right at the middle of each other like that, and then you pin it down. Another thing you can do if you don't want to stress yourself while sewing is to use glue it down. So you just glue it down then and iron it. So after you've done that, just take it straight to the sewing machine and then sew at each edges. So when I'm done doing that, I just went ahead and take my outer fabric and I'm just going to match the two together and then guess where I want the design to stand. So that is what I am basically doing here. After I mark where I want the design to stay, I'm going to rule it and then place the design right there. So I choose to use hemming glue. I'm going to use it to glue it down, place it on it, and then I'll iron it in, and I'll go and sew on the edges. Make sure your sewing is very close to the edge so that you can get a very neat finishing. So once that is done, I'm going to go over to my handle. I'm going to place interfacing inside it like this, and I'm going to press it, fold it over, get the middle, and I'll do the same to the other smaller piece of the handle. So notice on the smaller piece of the handle I did not put any interfacing. The reason is because if you're using a machine that is not so strong, you might not be able to go over it, so it will be kind of too thick for the machine to go over it. So it is better for you to just leave the interfacing out when you are doing the upper one. So I'm still going to be using this glue on it, and I'll just place it over. So when I'm done doing all of that, this is a part I don't want you to do, so please don't cut it. I don't know what I was thinking when I actually did that. I think I just did too much. So don't cut yours, just leave it like that. It will be perfect, because at the end of the day I just saw that mine was a little bit shorter. So don't do that. So now I'm going to take my inner piece. Notice guys, I am not sewing this on my outer piece, so just because I'm using the same fabric doesn't mean you should do the same. You should go ahead and sew it on the outer fabric. I am actually using the same fabric for both inside and then the outside. I hope that is clear. So I am going to be sewing this on the inner piece. And please, if you're going to be using lining as your interfacing for the inner piece, make sure this one I'm holding right there is the main fabric. Like you are going to cut it as the main fabric, because when we go further you understand well. So I just make sure I get the middle, and then I measure 3 inches. Okay, I think I measured 2.5 inches there. But actually, if you're using the longer one, it's going to be 3 inches. So just mark 3 inches right and left of your middle point. Just follow all the steps I'm going to be showing you. So I'm going to make sure that you get it right by being gentle, and then I'm not going to forward this video. And I really like this bag because it takes a lot of clothes, and then when you're going to shopping, it's a really good bag to take along with you. So you can see this is how it turns out at the edge. So I went ahead to press it, and then when you're done with that, you do the same on the side. So I just show you there that I actually sew around the other color like that before I place it. And I set it aside. So this is the fabric for the side, the piece for the side. So I took the piece for the side and then a smaller one and went ahead to sew like this. So the reason why I'm showing you this step is because since I'm using the same fabric for both the inner and the back part, it was quite easier for me. But we are having it as lining, like I said, the short one should be main fabric for the inner. Like this side I'm working now should be main fabric if you're using another fabric for me. Side, and then so I'll go ahead and press it, and then I'll go ahead and place it on the outer fabric like that. I'm just placing it in the middle and I'll pin it together. I'll also do the same thing on the other side of the piece, so it's like both left and right. So I went ahead and do that, and I came back to do the base. So if you notice, the outer part is a little bit bigger to the inner side, and the reason why is because I'm going to be using the outer part to cover all of the sewing. So this is the base of the fabric of the piece. So what I'm going to be doing now is to place my sides on the base like this, and then I'll use the main fabric to cover it up like that. So it's quite thick. If you have a clip at this point, it might be useful. So I place it like that and I sew it together, trim the inside and press it.
the whole body of the bag like this. So I'm going to tie it to about 0.5 inches and I press it inside. So when I'm done, I'm going to start placing my bag from the start like this, and then I'm going to be using the one I've already fold over to cover it up like that, gently folding along the way and sewing it close to the edge. So that's just what I did. And when I get to the edge, I turn it a little bit at a time and then sew gently. This marks the end of the video. Please guys, like, share, follow and give a nice comment. And if you like this video, I'm going to be making some other bags videos